Okay, last night in Ritsche Auditorium, I spoke to, I'm guesstimating about 500, if not more, students and faculty, people from the community. And I spoke about the new anti-Semitism, how it's both the same and how it's different from the old anti-Semitism. And I placed it within the context of prejudice. Prejudice itself is illogical. It means to prejudge. And so that when someone says something terrible, something anti-Semitic about a Jew, or about Jews, all Jews are whatever, or about an African American, all African Americans are whatever, or any other ethnic or religious group or whatever the group may be, that essentially they're prejudging. Don't confuse me with the facts. I've made up my mind. I see this person, I know what they are, and I've made my decision. And I got quite a laugh when I said, it's essentially wacko. It's stupid and it's wacko, but it's dangerous. So I think it went very well. It was a very broad topic. It's a very hard topic to discuss in such a large lecture in a limited amount of time because it's a nuanced topic.
I'm Bill Hunsicker. I teach journalism here. And the most impressive part of the evening to me is when this World War II veteran stood up and talked about how he had been a clerk at Nuremberg and the hundreds of thousands of documents that he worked with, 200,000 documents he said. And he can't imagine how anybody could deny that there was a Holocaust.
I am Dr. Elizabeth Kirchhoff. I am an associate professor at Minnesota State University, Moorhead. I teach Holocaust studies along with English education and linguistics up at MSUM. Many of the things that she said will enrich my classes. I wrote down some notes that I thought were particularly poignant, things that I could bring into the classroom about the link between denial and anti-Semitism. My students always ask also, how can people deny it when there's so many people, so much evidence? And her link, the connection between how it is anti-Semitic, more so than not having access to documents that substantiate the Holocaust, that it happened, was a very important message for me that I'll be able to take back into my classes.
The most powerful moment was at the end when a young student, Walid, student here at St. Cloud, stood up, a Palestinian Christian from Bethlehem. He asked about how do you establish human contact? What's my suggestion for human contact? Because he thinks the human contact, the conversation across lines, is the only thing that will really change matters. And I said I didn't have the answer to that. I knew that there are efforts and there are discussion groups, and I know in Jerusalem I have friends who participate in Palestinian-Israeli discussion groups. His question and his comment gave me a great deal of hope, and then afterwards we had a chance to speak a little bit, and I think that was a very powerful moment.
Thank you so much.